Welcome to the 19th hole. My name is Dan from the Fantasy Golf Hub and Links Connect.
And my name is Jay from the Fantasy Golf Club and Links Connect also.
And this week we are just going to discuss a bit more depth what Links Connect is and junior golf, basically. Links Connect is an initiative that we have set up where we hope to link in with local golf clubs to be able to, it's a business at the end of the day, but we're hoping to be able to give back some of our revenue to those golf clubs to invest in the underfunded and struggling junior sections.
Because what we found is juniors and grassroots are literally the future of the game. If they're not into the game, then we don't have a future game going forward. Golf is getting bigger on YouTube and everything like that. But we found that golf is also
Excuse me.
It's quite stuffy in some clubs. So we want to sort of bridge the gap between juniors not being frightened to go forward and become a member of the local club after being inspired by what they see on the telly.
Yeah, 100%. So that's where we hope to be able to give a bit back, really. Especially this day and age, that the society is a tough place for kids.
Yeah.
It's not like when we were little and used to just go and knock on your mates and go and play out and that. It's just not as safe as it used to be.
Not at all.
We know from experience as kids growing up, both spending a lot of time around golf clubs, how much of a important and safe place it is for kids these days.
Oh yeah.
That's my main reason for doing it. I think my little lad who's 7 now, I think not long after he was born, I've said it so many times since to the missus and said, like, as soon as he can, he's going to be a member of a golf club.
Yeah.
Just what it teaches them in terms of respect, etiquette, understanding rules, and actually listening to people. And then they're in a safe place as well instead of being in the danger on the streets.
But what we don't need is an underfunded junior section whereby, they're just shoved in a corner somewhere, not allowed to play, not allowed to practice. I remember when I was a kid, I used to be a member of a golf club. Yeah, you do sort of learn a lot. Etiquette side, you're shaking hands at the end of every game. You are forced to dress smartly. It's a absolutely amazing sort of way of life and teaching. But you get some members there who say, children shouldn't be allowed to practice on the greens, and if I come down, you should move out of my way and stuff. So we want to sort of bridge that gap as well and start to and have a look at how we can do that.
Yeah. So we've got some numbers. So England Golf have said that while 5,000 juniors on average each year start playing, only 40% carry on a couple of years later.
Yeah.
So there's a clear barrier to getting kids participating. Generally, losing 3,000 kids a year from the sport is massive.
Yeah.
Like, what them kids are going into the streets, and like, God knows what we could be doing. Whereas we can hopefully with Links Connect try and get a bit of money back into these golf clubs, and whether that barrier be a membership fee, and they can reduce that membership fee because we're offsetting it. Whether we could be buying them equipment if they get a few beginner set of clubs, reduces that cost to the parents.
Yeah.
There's so many ways in which the money that we plan to give back to the golf clubs could be reinvested to help encourage participation, and then in terms of growth as well, things like lessons and coaching, you can spend it on that. Obviously, we're not going to tell the clubs how to spend it, but there's just so many barriers. Like, it's an expensive game, golf.
So what I think is everyone can afford a football, and you don't even need a pair of football boots really to play football. In the street, you can play whatever. Golf is a completely different kettle of fish. And if you're from an underprivileged background, like, a lot of areas now with the cost of living are descending into poverty.
It's tough, yeah.
You can't just go and buy a £500 putter, a £500 driver, because that's how much they are these days. So if we could help in any sort of way to bridge that gap, would be incredible.
Yeah. It'd be just rewarding. I'm looking forward. I really hope this takes off. Selfishly, because we want it to be a successful entity, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to in 12 months' time being able to stand there with a picture with a nice big check and say, here you go, and go and spend that on your juniors, and then in a couple of years' time, hopefully to see that junior section thriving and growing.
Junior sections have sort of games against other junior sections, and that's what builds the confidence and the match play, and that's what builds the next generation of golfers, not just the art, just the practice itself. It's the competitive nature which you get in football and other sports like that. But it costs money to play at other clubs. It costs money to feed the kids when you've got to take them to another club. It costs a van hire sometimes, because you can't just take a load of juniors in a car
things you wouldn't even think of, isn't
with
it?
golf clubs in the back. And then also the fuel to get there. Somebody's got to stump up that money, and the clubs are usually quite reluctant to do so. So, yeah, it's...
so they basically, the crux of it is they haven't got the money.
No.
Now, you can understand why. It's going to be they're a business who want to make money and stay afloat and keep things ticking over.
Yeah.
They're going to want to invest in the main members who are paying over £1,000 a year because they're bringing the money in.
Yeah.
You can't charge a kid £1,000 this day and age, so it's not as viable from a business perspective to be investing thousands and thousands each year.
Yeah.
However,
the kids are the future of the club.
That's what I was going to go on to. It's a conveyor belt, isn't it?
Yeah. If you get a kid interested and keep him interested, by age 20, 30, you're on a cult membership. And then in his 30s, he goes up to an adult membership. You've literally secured the future of your club.
That's it. 100%. You keep, if you don't invest in them, you're relying on the odd member joining.
Yeah.
And if they're into golf, chances are, and they may well already be a member of a club, it'd be easier to get kids in and keep them. I imagine than it would be.
If you've got an affiliation with the club already, you're going to want to play at that club. And if you've had a nice ground growing up, then it becomes your second home.
Yeah.
It always has.
Looking at on an average sort of maybe 20, 30 kids in a junior section, and if they've only got a couple of grand to fund the section each year, split that between your 20, 30 kids, you're talking like an absolute max of £100 a kid a year. It doesn't go anywhere, does it?
No.
Now, we're not saying we're going to be able to give the earth to these clubs, but percentage-wise of what they're already allocating to the junior fund, hopefully be a substantial amount, but that they could do something decent with.
What we're trying to say is, though, if we, as a small entity, can help a junior section out of some profits that we make, it highlights the fact that a golf club can do more for their junior section if they wanted to, because they make a lot more money than we will. So yeah, it's a grassroots talk again, like we have in every other sport. But I think, especially for underprivileged kids, it's an actual must. There's too much poverty going around the UK at the moment. You read about it on the news every day. Why should there be a barrier up just because it's a different sport?
Yeah, no, 100%, and that's why part of our initiative is we're going to be funded by local businesses, and we're going to offer an option for them to, as well as paying for the service that we provide, which is golf club newsletters, for free, which is a point we'll come on to. But we're going to, on top of what they pay for the adverts, we're going to give them the option to match our contribution, and then that hopefully further good PR for the business, obviously, that the fact that they're getting involved with the kids and helping promote that side of the game. So I'm hoping we'll get a decent uptake on that as well, and that'll further help help what we can contribute and the difference we can make.
Absolutely, and the difference they can make as well. The businesses will want to see, because a lot of the businesses will have kids not knowing what they want the kids to do. It's a selling point for the business as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a different episode this week. We've not really been that serious before.
No, well, but it's a point that not enough people talk about. You don't hear enough about it.
No.
England golf is trying its hardest There's plenty of initiatives out there, but
Yeah.
how many do you hear about?
No.
Really. Not enough at all. So there's the Golf Foundation who work with England Golf as well.
Yeah.
Who do some good work, and then there are clubs out there and doing a bit of research. Some clubs do invest a bit of time and coaching and money into it, and then there's other who are just genuinely underfunded, and there's kids in your local demographic who need that support for social reasons and like physical reasons and mental health reasons as well.
Absolutely.
Give them something to look forward to at the weekend when they finish school.
Definitely.
Summer holidays as well for me. I remember, like, you spend most of your days there. You just you've got childcare. I mean, like, you drop your kid off in the morning and they're in a place of safety for the next 6-8 hours, and
it really is a place of safety.
Responsible adults looking out for them, and
we used to do 36 holes a day, just because we could.
Mm-hmm.
And the fitness you get from doing 36 holes a day is incredible. See, I've only got good things to say about golf as a sport and as a teacher of sort of life to these kids. It's the only way I can put it.
And it's something that golf need to lean on more, I think. That, you think like martial arts, they promote themselves as they lean on the discipline side of things massively, don't they?
Yeah.
Golf doesn't, and it should. It's a huge factor in terms of helping develop a young person. There's so many life skills that you can get out being a member of a golf club, and then there's these kids are isolated as well. If the parents are struggling to fund activities and stuff like that, may well be that they're sat at home on the Switch or the Xbox or whatever. Get them in a golf club, they're making mates, they're building a sense of community and understanding like social skills as well. Setting them up for life, and we're hoping we can make a difference here.
We've had a lot to say about etiquette on the pod recently, and it is a bit stuffy sometimes, but it gives the kids an actual grounding, I think, that nothing really else does.
I'll just quickly summarize what Links Connect is then.
Yeah.
So our plan, we're offering a package to golf clubs, professionally designed newsletters. We know from experience and research that golf club member communication is also under performing. They don't do it enough, and the emails that do get sent are either plain text or not, more infrequent and inconsistent. We plan to get golf club interactive, professionally designed newsletters out to the members every week. That will help keep members engaged. Those newsletters are going to include links to events. So if you're promoting Mother's Day on Sunday, if you're promoting Mother's Day meal, it's going to be a button in that email, click to book.
Yeah.
Instead of having to say ring the office, call into the office, just removing barriers. You might have your captains driving in a couple of weeks and having a meal. Get a booking link in your email. We can get all this done for you. We're not asking for a penny from the golf club at all.
Yeah.
We're going to be funded by local sponsors. All we're asking from the golf club is a bit of advertising space in those emails that local sponsors can invest in. That will in turn get you your secretary or your manager, whoever is supposed to be doing the newsletters, saving a lot more admin time. They don't have to deal with the bookings because it's automated. There's just layers and layers to the benefits here to golf clubs, and we're not asking for a penny. No. The junior section is our main focus, because what we do make from the businesses advertising, we'll be reinvesting a percentage of that and hoping that the local businesses can match that. And we'll also be doing free social media advertising as well. With some of that revenue, we're going to be advertising golf clubs on Meta platforms as well from our revenue. So no reason for me why a golf club wouldn't want to do that. Like they for the kids mainly, but what they're getting in terms of social. And
the communications, golf clubs need to improve and modernise into the 22nd century, because we're way back in the 19th, unfortunately, with some golf clubs.
That's it. Some of them are doing better, but they're not there yet, and we can help future-proof them in terms of tech, future-proof them in terms of the members.
Yeah.
And that is Links Connect in a nutshell. If you're interested, if you're a golf club member, let your golf club know that we are there and open to help. If you're a golf club manager, get in touch and we'll see if we can get the ball rolling if you're a local business, reach out and see if we can get you in one of the slots and get helping kids onto the golf pathway.
Sounds good to me.
There you
We're
go.
going to be running a promotion soon. Just a little, nothing too formal, but tag your golf club. If you see the communication isn't up to standard at your golf club that you've been a member of for a while, if you see the junior section of your golf club languishing, then tag your golf club. In our videos, in our social media posts, we would be very appreciative of that. And it just gets our message out there and clear it up to everyone involved.
Indeed. So we are online at website is linksconnect.co.uk. Socials on Instagram, linksconnect.uk. We're over on Facebook. Get in touch. We'll be back next week with our usual fantasy golf hub stuff and hopefully another decent topic of discussion for the 19th hole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, hope you enjoyed that and we'll catch you next time. Take it easy.